guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to film a quick little chatty video about something that is very close to my heart, and so hopefully it will help some of you guys out. And first of all, I thought I'd film in a little bit of a different area than usual because this is more of a chatty video. Sometimes I think my art space as a background can be a little distracting, so I'm filming on my bed today, so that's fun. The thing that I want to talk to you about today is talent and art. So let me ask you guys a question. How many of you, when you were younger and you were drawing with crayons and Crayola markers and coloring books, had drawings that looked something like this? Isn't it beautiful? I'm so proud of myself. You know, they're just big heads with limbs stuck on them. You didn't even know to draw a body yet. The colors were inside the lines and outside the lines and all over the lines, and there wasn't really too much in form of like color theory, really. You know, you knew the sky was blue and grass was green and that was about it. I'm guessing most of your art was like that when you were younger. So I have another question for you. So when you were in elementary school and you had PE class and they were like, today we're gonna learn to play basketball. You're like, awesome, Michael Jordan, basketball, so cool. I don't really know how to play basketball. You know, I can catch a ball, but that's kind of it. So they start teaching you how to play basketball and you're kind of trying to dribble the ball, and half the time you kind of push it too far and it flies off in the other direction. And then it comes time to try to make a basket. And you throw the ball in the basket and you miss. And you throw the ball in the basket and you miss. Repeat like 10 times and then finally maybe you get a basket. Do you feel bad about that? Or is it just, this is my first day playing basketball? I'm in elementary school. I'm not gonna be Michael Jordan. Sure, maybe there's that one kid and he's better at basketball than everyone else. Maybe his dad taught him when he was younger. Maybe he's had more practice. Maybe he's just got better motor skills. But you also know that kid really isn't doing too hot in math class while you are. What I'm trying to say here is that on a base level, everyone has different skills. So some people can be better at solving problems than others. Some people are better at motor skills. Some people have an innate ability to see the world and then translate it into their hand movements. But the thing is, that's just the very beginning step. Yeah, that kid was better than you at basketball because he had maybe an extra couple years experience, or maybe because he was really good at his motor skills. Did you ever think to yourself after that first day, well, I just suck at basketball, I'll never play it again? No! You knew that you had to practice. It's a sport, right? No one goes into a sport and is immediately the top of their sport. No one starts playing golf and is Tiger Woods. No one starts playing basketball and is Michael Jordan. Sure, some kids are better at it than others, but you knew that if you practiced enough and if you worked really, really hard at it, you could be just as good as that kid. Maybe even better if that kid never practiced basketball or decided he didn't like it. It's a sport. When approaching a sport, people think, if I practice it, I'll get better at it. Now, art is the exact same thing. All the time I hear people say, I don't have talent. I can't draw. I just can't draw. I couldn't draw a stick figure to save my life. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. I see it in my comments all the time. The thing about art is, it's like 5% talent. And in fact, the biggest effect that talent has on art is not your original talent or ability to do stuff, it's the encouragement and praise that you get because you have that talent. So when you're younger, when you're in elementary school and you're drawing a little better than the others, then you get praise and they don't. And so you think, I'm good at this, I should do this more. And they think, well, I'll never be as good as her. But the reality is, if all of those kids are praised equally and one of those kids really, really loved art and really, really practiced at it and like researched art techniques and researched art tips and drew every single day, they would be just as good, if not better, as the kid with talent. All it does is give you a slight edge when you're younger. But as you get older, it really becomes about practice and hard work and time and dedication. And I'm really passionate about this subject because I just hear people say that they can't draw because they don't have talent. And it's not about talent. When you were younger, you were told it was about talent. But that's not true. No one ever said you have to be talented to do math. You knew that you had to learn it. And maybe you weren't as good at it as others. You could say, well, I'm just bad at math. But you knew that if you worked really, really, really hard and struggled and struggled and struggled, hopefully you would probably get it, barring any learning disorders or something that's really gonna be a block for you. the majority of people, I'm not saying everyone, but the majority of people can learn how to draw. So I'm here to tell you that if you want to draw, and if you look at someone and say, I just wish I could draw, but you look at your own drawings and think, I'm not talented, I can't do this, stop saying that to yourself. The people that you're looking at that are amazing artists, they've been drawing their entire life. They were probably told they were talented when they were younger. They have years and years of experience on you. You don't look at Michael Jordan and say, I'm a terrible basketball player because I'm not Michael Jordan. You know that he's been practicing basketball his entire life. And that's one of the biggest reasons he's good at it. If he had never practiced, if he'd never worked at it, he might have had some raw talent, but he wouldn't be Michael Jordan. So don't tell yourself that you can't do it. If you want to make art, you can make art. Go find tutorials, find books, absorb art, draw every single day. The first step to learning art is learning how to see. So try to talk to artists, look at their perspective, try to learn how to see things. I mean, most people that think they can't draw, they just draw what they think they know instead of what they actually see. That's where you get things like eyes that aren't realistic depiction of eyes, they're just like icons of eyes. And that's because people draw what they know, not what they see. Learn to think critically. Learn to see critically, learn to translate what you see into paper, and research. Look at the world around you and translate it into a drawing. Look at a tree outside and think, what colors would I use to use that, you know? Research the craft. If you really want to draw, you can learn how to draw. There was an artist that I saw online, and I'll link it down below if I can find it, and he couldn't draw even a cube when he started, and he decided he wanted to learn how to draw. So he drew every single day. He asked for help, he got critique, he read tutorials, he took classes. By the end of it, he was a phenomenal photorealistic oil painter who now teaches oil painting classes. He's a more talented artist than I am, and he learned his entire technique in like 2 years. And obviously you're always improving, but the amount that he improved in those 2 years just through hard work and dedication when he had no natural talent to begin with is insane. And it just proves that you do not need talent to draw. You don't. It's a little bit of an advantage, maybe 5%, and that is it. So please guys, if you see me drawing and you think that you want to do that but you can't, message me. I'll help you. And draw. Go get a sketchbook. Draw everything you see. Draw what makes you happy. Copy from your favorite TV shows, you know? Get anatomy books or figure out what it is that you really want to draw and research that and study it, because you can draw. You all can draw, and it's all about practice, hard work, and time. I believe in you. That's all. I just wanted to talk about that because it's one of the things that's really close to my heart, and I really hope that it helped some of you. Please let me know below if you've always thought that you couldn't draw, and tell me if you're gonna try it, you know? And if you want to draw, but you're like, I don't want to put the hard work and time into that, that's okay too, you know? It's okay to say, I know I could do this if I really, really worked hard at it, but you know, I know I could learn Swahili if I really, really worked hard at it, but I really don't have the motivation to learn Swahili, so there you go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video. Bye, guys.
They were all warm colors in the same color family, so I couldn't really create any new colors, which was kind of disappointing. So I might do another 3-marker challenge where hopefully I can get some more interesting colors. It'd be really nice to do it with some colors that really just don't go together.